There's been a 14-man boom squad that's been announced for the Asian Cup, and they're set to play like a little pre-game against the University of Colorado, and this is before they go into their proper 12-man rotation. And this game is going to help decide who gets cut, who makes the squad, and well, that's also going to be like internal stuff as well. So let's talk about the squad, because this is probably one of the most stacked like Asian Cup squads that we've had in a long time. Like it's got a good mix of guys who've been there before, guys who played in the Olympics, and then guys who are probably up and coming players. I've separated them into positional wise, or like what I feel like is going to be their positions for the cup. So as you can see, for the point guards, they've got Will Hickey, Shaw McDonald, Dash Daniels, and for the shooting guards, they've got Ben Henshaw, Angus Glover, Owen Foxwell. For the small forwards, I put Jack McVeigh here. I know he usually plays power forward, but I feel like with the stacked like power forwards they've got with Xavier Cooks, Jack White, and Josh Bannon, I feel like he's just gonna end up playing the three more than the four. But then there's also Jalen Galloway and Rain Smith for the small forwards. And then the centers, it's Will Magnay and Harry Wessels. It is going to be interesting to see who doesn't actually make the squad. Like, there are staples that are pretty much 99% guaranteed that they're going to make it. Guys who've been there before. Like, guys like Will Magnay, Jack McVeigh, Xavier Cooks, Jack White. Like, those guys, I feel like they're pretty much safe. There's not real much concern for them. But then there's a couple of young guys that I feel like are going to be absolutely guaranteed. Like, Dash Daniels, Ben Henshaw. So I try to separate like the guys that I think are locks and the guys that I don't think are locks. I feel like it's going to come down to that guard slash wing spot. Like I don't think any of the bigs are really going to be that concerned because you always want to have at least 2 or 3 bigs in these, and then you want to have like some size in case depending on the teams that you come up against. And I also think something like Will Hickey, he's probably going to be safe considering he's just done like the finals MVP thing. He's looked really good for the Hawks and he's been like a very consistent player lately. So I think like it's going to come down to like Sean McDonald, Rain Smith, Angus Glover, Owen Foxwell. I think 2 of them aren't going to make it. At right now, my guess is probably going to be like a Rain Smith and a Owen Foxwell. But I also see a world where they want to bring in Rain Smith for like a potential future boomer kind of thing, and then Angus Glover doesn't make it through. It will be interesting. I don't know why they do these 14-man rotations and then they cut it down again. I feel like it's just very stressful for a lot of the players. It is going to be interesting to see who makes it and who doesn't. Like, this is definitely going to be one of the strongest squads I've seen in a while for these Asia Cups, especially without any of the NBA talent. But let me know who's going to make it and who's not going to make it.